got them ready for you. You can come out now.
Thanks, sister. Good morning. It is my pleasure and my honor to share again our spiritual growth and our education this morning. I want to start this morning by telling you a little bit about my family history. You know, if you go to the website Ancestry.com and you put in keywords gypsies, tramps, and thieves, my family history comes up. You see pictures of my ancestors all over the place. I come from a long line of strange, unusual, eccentric people. Go figure, right? My maternal grandfather was an Englishman born in 1899. Carroll Caswell Wilkinson was his name. His friends called him CC. My mother tells me that we have exactly the same big brown eyes. Now, CC was a well-to-do judge known throughout the county, Stevens County in Duncan, Oklahoma, for his generous nature. During the Depression, when his clients couldn't pay for legal services, he would work for them pro bono. His generosity also extended greatly to the young Irish maid who worked in his household. He was quite happy to help her along. In fact, they married rather quickly when it was discovered that she was with child, scandalously born just 6 months after the wedding. Now, I never met C.C. Wilkinson. He died of a massive heart attack at the tender age of 52 years old, 5 years before I was ever born. But his legacy lived on in our family. There was a huge oil painting of him in our house, I remember, as I was growing up, and those big brown eyes would pierce down at you when you walked past and follow you wherever you went in the room, you know, like some bad horror movie. It scared the heck out of me when I was a kid. I hated that painting. And for whatever reasons, maybe it was popular at the time, in our family photo album, there were pictures of him lying in the casket at his funeral. And this was way back in the day when color pictures were brand new. They were just coming out. And so they all sort of faded over time, turning his face green, looking more like the Wicked Witch of the West. I mean, it was really creepy and strange to have this photo of my dead grandfather in the family photo album right next to pictures of Christmas trees and summer vacations. I mean, I don't understand this morbid fascination that people have with dead bodies. I mean, why do we feel the need to pump them full of chemicals and spray paint their faces pretending that they have color and then put them in some pressurized crock pot of a casket? I mean, what's that all about, you know? What are we, ancient Egyptians or something? Do we still actually believe that we take the body with us when we go somewhere? Now, I'm sensitive to know and understand that some people need to see that for closure. You know, they need to see that the person that they loved is not there anymore. And oddly enough, that's the very first thing you become aware of when you see a dead body. You get it immediately that there's absolutely nothing there, that whatever life there was that you loved is totally gone, not present. You understand that what we are isn't contained in our bodies. The animator of the body, the life that's in them, our spirit is what makes us who we are, not this meat that we carry around in this life. We're not just bodies. We're not even the personalities inside the bodies. We are spirits who've come to earth for an adventure, you know, on a journey of self-discovery. And our time here is limited, as it should be, by the way, and that's a good thing. I mean, there's too much in the universe to explore, and so we stay in one place only long enough to give what we have to give to the world, to make our mark, to have our fun, and to move on to the next grand adventure in whatever it is, this love story that we call our lives. Our theme this month, in case it's been lost on you so far, is creative expression. And the book that we're using is Walking in This World by the renowned artist Julie Cameron, author of The Artist's Way. And in the chapter that we dedicated to this week's lesson, she says, the universe is alive with energy. It is fertile. It is abundant. And so are we. You understand that you are made in the likeness of your Creator, and that means you've been given access to full creative power. Its nature is your nature. The life that lives in you is the life that made you. It animates your body. It dreams your dreams. It expresses itself through the unique personality and unique talent that it gave you. This is it, man. This is your one chance to be. This is it. There's not going to be another chance to be. This is all you got. As my nephew would say, dude, dude, this is your time. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be remembered like my grandfather, Mr. Carroll Caswell Wilkinson. I don't want to be remembered as a dead body in a casket with a green face or some eerie painting hanging on a wall. I want to be known for what I created, for what good I brought into the world. If my nature is also God's nature, then I must hold some moral duty to create as well, to give credence to my best ideas, to follow my dreams, to see wherever it is they take me, to believe in myself enough just to take one step toward the best idea I have in my mind. Julie Cameron says we have to become a little bit nuts about ourselves. About our notions and our hunches and our ambitions. Maybe I'm a little nuts. I don't know. Call me crazy. But I want the Center for Spiritual Living to be the center for spiritual living. I'd like to see holistic health care on our property. A place where people could go to get real health care, not just disease management. I'd like to see a yoga studio here at CSL, an organic restaurant, and a gym, and maybe even some condos. Let's stop playing small and live up to our name and really be the center for spiritual living. When are we going to do that? When are we going to own who we are? We have the land. Let's build it. And I want you to dream big too. You know what? To find your creative bone and to keep it in your mouth stubbornly as a bulldog. Don't you ever, ever let go of your dream. Ever. Keep creating. Keep making something new. That's where you're going to find your joy. Not in doing the same damn thing you did yesterday, but becoming fascinated, engaged, and passionately interested in the very best idea that flows through your mind. Dancers have to dance. Singers have to sing. Writers have to write. Accountants have to account. For something. This deep desire within you for expression is God, almost trapped inside your own limited thinking, screaming, "Let me out of here. If you don't let me out, I'm going to go crazy." Listen to me, this is important. You have to take time for yourself. Take time for yourself away from everybody else, away from the ignorance of the world. Time to be alone with your Creator. Time to just sit and feel its presence alive, running through your blood. And when you do, call it out. Call it out. Say to God, "Rise up. Rise up within me. Show your love for me. Reveal my path. Let me see what's mine to do in this world." Give it entrance to your thought. Create space in your heart to become vulnerable. Let the Creator have its way with you. Ultimately, it's going to anyway. There was a brilliant poet who lived in the 14th century. His name was Hafez. And he had great passion for the Creator. He knew God as a spirit, as a lover, not as a judgmental old man waiting to condemn people. And Hafez in his lifetime wrote over 5,000 poems, which were really just love letters. They were love letters to God. In one poem called "It Felt Love," he asks the question, how did the rose ever open its heart and give its beauty to the world? And then he answers it in the poem. He says, "It felt the encouragement of light against its being." The light that encourages the rose to open is the same light that lives inside of you. Your dreams, your desires are the messenger calling you out, compelling you into self-expression. The lover beckons you. When will you fall in love? When will you fall in love? Let God have its way with you. Don't be afraid of your dreams. Don't be afraid of your passion. Stop piercing your lips together in frustration and anger. And open your mouth and French kiss God. I'm going to get in trouble for that one. It's okay, I've been in trouble before. I'm working with a group of people on a fast-track program that I designed as an intensive to get them out of their limited thinking and out there in the world making a difference. And one of the things that I'm doing with this group is called a visioning lab. It's a creative laboratory designed specifically to spawn new ideas and to cultivate a closer relationship to Spirit. And so I'm sharing this idea with you today as an invitation for you to build your own lab. Create a space in your home that inspires you, one that is comfortable, one that is peaceful. Put a journal next to you in the laboratory to capture new ideas. Here's what I want you to do. Light a candle, close your eyes, go within, and ask these 4 questions. What is the highest good that can unfold for my life right now? What do I need to do in order to embrace and invite that new vision? What do I need to do? What do I need to release, let go of, stop doing in order to manifest it? And then finally, is there anything else I need to know right now about that? These visioning lab questions are designed to get you back in touch with your creativity. They will open up new territory in your consciousness and bring into your mind a flood of new ideas, which is exactly what we all need right now. God knows the Congress could use a new idea. We forget that we have direct access to the mind that keeps the galaxy spinning and the universe expanding. We forget that we have an intimate and a very personal connection to that mind, and that it's more than just an infinite mind, it's also an artist. It is the lover. It is the creator. We forget that our happiness and our joy comes directly from that. And if we will just take some time to be alone with Spirit, if we will just take some time to be alone with the sacred and the Holy One, our bodies will heal. Our hearts will be opened. Our joy that we've lost touch with will come back. Years ago, when I put myself on this course, on this journey to ministry, I realized that I needed to spend less time entertaining myself and more time in spiritual practice. I needed to spend more time building faith in my dreams, and creating a vision for my future. I needed to spend more time doing that than I was wasting with other people doing destructive things. But when I would do that, when I would sit down and say, let me envision my future, let me come up with my dreams, what is my best idea, what is the highest good that can unfold for my life right now, when I would sit and do that and be in peace and be in that place with Spirit, I would start to feel guilty. I would think, oh my God, I need to be doing something else. This is completely selfish. I can't just sit around and spend my time looking for inspiration. I can't just be sitting around dreaming about new possibilities and envisioning my future. I got bills to pay. I have obligations to meet. Julie Cameron speaks to that very thing in her book. She talks about how other people will call you selfish and how you yourself might begin to feel guilty if you just take time for yourself, if you just take time for your art. She said, personally, I prefer selfish to simmering, cranky, hostile, and long-suffering. And is it really selfish to take time to have a self? It's a very good question, you know. I think it is as important to guard your higher self, to guard that center of gravity inside of you, that place where your joy arises from. I think it's as important to guard that as it is to guard your house. I believe that self-respect is God-respect. Do you understand? So at night, you lock the doors to your house. You set the alarm if you have one. You make sure your home is secure. You keep it clean, and you keep it up to date. And so the question is, do you take that kind of special care for yourself? Do you make time for the people and the things that you love the most? Do you even have a self-care plan? Because you know we take the best care of what we love and the least care of what we don't. So all of these good habits will keep you creative and alive. They will keep you from ending up in that casket like C.C. Wilkinson did at 52 years old. The truth is, every single person that I've ever met in life meets two choices and is choosing either one of these two every single day. Either they are moving forward in life, being pulled forward by their vision, being pulled forward by their possibility, or they've got their heels dug in, trying, and I do mean trying is the key word in this sentence, trying to stay where they are, but being pushed forward by their fear or their pain. So listen to me carefully, important. There are only two propulsion systems in life, only two. Either you are being pulled by your vision or you're being pushed by your fear. Either you are compelled and inspired by your very best ideas, jumping out of bed with the passion to pursue them, or you're being pushed out of bed, kicked in the ass, and dragged down the street fearfully. That's it. Either way, life demands that you move. Motion is required to sustain life. Your heart circulates your blood. Air has to move through your lungs. The galaxy has to spin. Everything's in motion. The divine commandment is to move now. Move. So if you're stuck in one place in your life, if you're not moving forward, it's not because life is failing you. It's probably because you're letting fear paralyze you. What is the highest good that could unfold for your life right now? What do you need to do in order to embrace that idea? What do you need to do to release? What do you need to let go of in order to have that manifest in your life? Go to your vision lab, ask yourself those questions, and follow the guidance you received there. And so ends the lesson. Here's a reminder for you that self-respect is God-respect. Comes in your affirmation card. Would you say it with me, please? By honoring myself, I honor spirit. Self-respect is God-respect. That's your mantra this week. If you start to feel guilty about taking time for yourself, self-care is God care. Self-respect is God respect. Let's know this. I am embraced by the lover. I am sustained by a perfect life. I am created as a powerful being, set forth in a world to experience and express myself. I am a divine appointment, set free in life, to make my own choices, to love whom I choose, to give what I have to give. I come from God. I come from power. I am not little. I am not insignificant. My word has power, my thoughts are creative, and I have something to do that's worthwhile. I am created in the image and likeness of the universe's only lover and only creator. And I, just as you, have been placed here together because we have something valuable to do here as a group. I take time this week to take really good care of what God has created, to love myself in ways I never have before, to care for myself in ways I never have, to respect and to honor what God has created as me, and to give to myself the special kind of loving care that I have longed for from others. I start there and then give that to others as the circle of love becomes complete and God meets God in the world. And so it is.
We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones who will make a difference. We are the ones who will change the world. We are the ones, we are the ones, we are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones who will make a difference. We are the ones who will change the world. We are the ones, we are the ones, we are.
As we realize this truth that we are the ones, we are aware too of that bright light that shines on us, that makes us want to open, want to bloom, want to be. We are aware that our time here is precious, unpredictable, and short. With that awareness, we amp up our boost forward in expressing that which is within us to shine. Indeed, we are the ones that we have been waiting for.
We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones who will make a difference. We are the ones who will change the world. We are the ones, we are the ones, we are the
we settle ourselves now down, softer, turning down the pace, slowing down the engine to a gentle stop. We listen, we breathe, we sit in a receptive state as we enter now into sacred silence. We savor this pause on a beautiful Sunday morning. We savor that even the air conditioning stopped and everything became still. We savor what we receive in this time of stillness to energize and boost us forward into action, to serve, to love, and to create. And all along the way, to care for ourselves so that we can better care for each other. Knowing these truths and many more that are available to us 24/7, together we say, and so it is.
We are the ones that we've been